Welcome to Comics on Parole. My name is Dan Glazer. I'm your host. This is my sidekick, Al. You can't see Hal because he's a nudist, and this is a clothing mandatory show. But we love him whether he's dressed or not. How you been, Al?
Good, man.
Doing good? You know, I don't know if you saw the news, but I read it in the paper that last week there was a guy in Australia, about a 60-year-old man. You know, he was on the beach, and he saw a 6-foot shark heading for these two kids. They were about to eat him. He jumped. This is a true story. He jumped into the in the ocean. He grabbed that shark by the tail and pulled him away. Saved the kid's life. And it was such a wonderful story. He got on the news, got on YouTube, everything. But as a result, he lost his job. See, he was a lawyer and he worked for a law firm, and they didn't like it that he made the shark look bad. In fact, I have a picture of the shark. See, they took a picture. See, okay. Now we'll get on to better jokes. But before we get on to the better jokes, there's a good friend of mine who, he's actually a sponsor of this show now. And we're going to have him come on to do his own commercial. I want to welcome to the set Jerry Farber, who's the owner of Jerry Farber Side Door, and I want him to talk about it.
Good for me. Thank you. And I'm going to tell you something. Take it the way it's offered. You're a cute guy. You're very personable. You come right off on the screen, and you're terrific. Keep your day job, whatever that is, but you're still great at what this television.
Okay, thank
but keep
you.
that day because I know you make a living.
Let's talk about the club. Tell me about the Jerry Farber Side Door. It's located where?
We're in Buckhead, which is a pretty well-known neighborhood. We're in Buckhead at the corner of Piedmont Road and Roswell Road. We're going into our third year. And, you know, Louis C.K. and Jon Stewart and Foxworthy and Van Morrison, none of them have worked at my club. And they're not. But we have, better for me, I've seen a lot, and they're great stars. I love the younger ones,
right?
Who people will say, as you know, some of them are already saying, oh, they've got to make it, they're destined. Well, they will or not.
Right.
But good acts that bring a crowd, like our act in a few weeks, Danette, who's going to be a guest on your show, Danette Flint. Anyway, it's a great club. You can see it. We do 4 nights a week, Wednesday through Saturday,
right.
8:30.
Yeah. One
long show, usually an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We have a cover charge that varies from $5 up to $12.
Right.
And I'm proud of it because it's a great venue. There's no room to hide. It's 100
right.
seats.
Right.
And you perform there yourself. And I hope that we'll bring Al, who you're handyman. Excuse Al, I didn't mean that. And black, you know, it's not a black handyman. I don't mean that. It just came to my Al. I'm a Southerner. Don't be mad. Al also played basketball. Al, I didn't mean that either. Just a back thing. All right, but anyway, it's a nice club, and I appreciate the opportunity to come talk to you.
Yeah, and it's great because Jerry only charges me $5 to perform there. It's cheap because my wife charges me $10.
Well, you know what? We have open mic on Wednesday, which is becoming my favorite night, and we do charge the comics $5. Everybody pays $5. And you know what? There were a lot of people concerned. The shows are better that the comics now have what we call a little blood in the game.
Right.
You know,
right.
They can't just they pay more attention to what they're doing.
Yeah, and I want to announce a brief announcement. Jerry's having a contest. It's a new contest at the club. Comics can come on the open mic. Whoever wins the total of 6 weeks gets to be on this show, another show produced by HarmonyBooking.com, and they get 30. You get commercial for a couple months. They get a couple months of commercial time, and they get to be at a show that the producers of the Comics on Parole puts on. It's going to be a show put on at Jerry Farber's Side Door. So any comic, make it. Come to Wednesday night open mic.
Well, we have 3 winners. And then we'll have a weekend. There'll be 18 people competing for $150, then $100, and then $50.
Yeah.
And that's what the winner and the second winner and the third winner get. But probably we won't have any of them. We'll just have a 4th winner. That way we'll save $275.
Very good.
We'll say Danette, you came in 4th. You almost won $50. That's what we'll say.
Well, Jerry Farber is the first paying sponsor of this show. Thank you. We're going to have him on every week
Dan.
if we
Good
can.
Luck. Al, I love you. Al, nothing personal. All right, thank you.
Let's go to a brief commercial.
Thank you.
What's Doggy doing? Oh no, he's in the doghouse now. We love you. Let's play. Make a tasty treat. Eat up, doggy. Roll the die. What's that sound? What did he do? You win by collecting Doggy's Doo. Doggy Doo by Goliath.
Would you prefer me to do that? Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, we have a real treat on the show here today. Our first hilarious guest is a comedian I saw perform at Bonkers last year in Alpharetta. She's taped shows for Nick Mom's show called Nick Mom's Out. She's performed with comics like Bobcat Goldthwait, Gilbert Gottfried, Tim Meadows, and her first TV credit was for the last season of The Last Comic Standing. She was one of the first women in line, camped out in New York for 4 days to audition. She was picked out of 500 people to audition for the celebrity judges. Even though she had only been doing comedy for 5 weeks, she ended up with a speaking part. She's been doing comedy for 3 years now. I welcome to the Parole desk the funniest redhead since Lucille Ball, Kristen Kinsey.
Hi, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. How have you been?
I've been good.
Very good. I've been really excited about Christine coming on the show since I saw her perform at Bonkers last year. She was very, very funny. And I want to ask you, Christine, you've done comedy 3 years now. What made you go into comedy?
It was a midlife crisis, gone bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You haven't reached you're too young to be in midlife. You're not in midlife yet.
I am. I'm 42.
That's like a bit. 42 is the new 32.
It's the new 29, 14 times.
Now, and let me ask you, what do you do besides comedy?
I do a few different things. I am extremely part-time radio DJ in Knoxville, and I'm a massage therapist.
Is that radio show in Technicolor?
Yes,
okay.
It is. So
okay.
You can see my hair and everything.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, the red hair has to shine. Now, in fact, let's talk about the red hair. How was it like growing up as a redhead?
It was awful. It was awful. I got beat up a lot. I got teased a lot, mostly by my mom.
That's what moms are supposed to do.
Yeah, not what I wanted.
Now, you all don't know because Christine is very, very youthful looking, very shapely. She's got the big boots that come up to her knee. There's nothing sexier than the big boots. But you've lost a lot of weight.
I have.
And in the last year, how has that affected your comedy? Has it made you're funnier? Is it add more material? What is it? How has it affected your comedy?
It actually took a lot of material away. I lost all my fat jokes. But
but now you can make fun of other fat people.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You don't make fun of fat people in the South.
That
true.
Is okay.
You don't go there.
Okay.
No, it's actually, it's been harder to connect to an audience since I lost weight. I have to put in there that I used to be fat to still make that connection because the women think you're after their men.
Right.
And the men don't want to get caught.
You lost your material for self-deprecation.
I did.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Now, where are you from originally?
I grew up in a cult.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A bunch of people who
Jim
thought they
Jones
were God's
or what?
gift to the universe. Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of cult?
Texas.
Oh my! Texas? It was Texas? Okay. Listen, let's take a break and go to Christine's set. Take it away, Al.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next comic to the stage, Kristen Kinsey.
Be here, you guys, maybe getting a shot at being on TV. Although I read that the camera can add 10 pounds. So that's kind of like pregnancy, right? At least the first month. I still have my baby bump. My oldest is 10. It's vintage. I did dress up for you guys tonight. I don't know if you can tell. The body says mommy. The shoes say maybe. Unless you're my husband, and they still say no. I went shopping recently, you guys. I picked up a new strapless push-up bra. That is false advertising. After 2 kids, nothing is getting lifted without straps, right, ladies? I might as well have said I just bought a new strapless lumpy belt. Some new jeans too. Yeah, apparently it's trendy now to label pants with European sizes. When did that happen? That ticks me off. I used to be able to grab my size 12s and skulk off to the dressing room to be alone with my shame. Now I have to go find some skinny 19-year-old associate to help me convert fatty into euros. Buying jeans was already an emotional challenge. I don't need it to be a mental one too. I am a mom. I was 31 when I had my oldest. Struggled with infertility for a lot of years. And some days I think I should have let infertility win. Because it's hard. It's hard being a mom. You give up a lot. One of the first things to go is personal privacy. Yeah, starting in the delivery room. I have no fewer than 10 people in between my legs checking me out, which I think is what it's like to be at an after party for the Jersey Shore.
Okay. Hey, by the way, we have a lot of viewers watching, so anyone's welcome to say hi on the chat room, ask any questions, tell any jokes, whatever you'd like to do. So, anyway, so you're originally from?
Texas. Yeah.
What town in Texas?
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas is nice. A lot of women in Dallas. More women in Dallas than there are men. Did you know that? I used to live in Houston.
I know. Yeah, it was awkward to be a redhead in Dallas.
Why?
Because all the women have big boobs and they're blonde and they're tan, and I just didn't fit in.
So, I mean, the redheaded women don't have big boobies?
I guess they do if you pay enough. I don't know. I did when I was fatter.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now, I used to live in Houston, the most godforsaken city I've ever lived in my life. The cockroaches fly and breathe fire. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable.
You can ride them, saddle them up.
You can ride them, saddle them. They're like little dragons.
They are.
They're terrible. Yeah. Okay, now, you have 2 little kids.
I do. They're not so little. 9 and 11.
9, 11.
Yeah.
And do they live with you? No. I mean, are they in boarding school or?
I wish they were. No, they do live with me.
Yeah.
When I'm not out of town. That's why I do comedy, is just to get a break.
Where do you put them when you're out of town?
In a cage.
In a cage.
Yeah, they are.
Like a little hamster cage with a little.
They have a little running wheel that they can get on.
Yeah.
No, they stay with my mom.
Now, where do you live now?
I live in a very small town, right on the border of Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. I call it the Bermuda Triangle of stupid. It's just right in that little area. It's awful.
Yeah. And people aren't very bright there?
No.
I know they don't brush all their teeth, just the ones they want to keep.
No.
Okay.
No, we live in the country. We are those city people who thought we could do that. It would be easy to be a redneck, but it's really hard to be a redneck.
Do you have animals on your...
I do. I have goats. I have a sheep. I have chickens. I've got a lot of dogs and cats.
Any funny things that go on? Do you have to get up and milk the goat? Goats don't milk, do they? No.
No.
Nothing. No farm work in the morning.
No farm work. No.
Okay. Now, pet peeve. I understand one of your pet peeves is animals talking dumb on the internet.
It is. I have like 20 cats, Dan. I'm like a gifted cat woman, well ahead of my years. So it bothers me when I see cats talking stupid on the internet. The I Can Has cheeseburger.
You have 20 cats, they live in the house?
No, they stay outside.
Okay. Okay. I didn't want to get into this crowd, but she wants me to ask her how old she is.
I already told you I'm 42.
Yeah, but there was supposed to be a joke with that.
Oh, okay. I'm 42 years old. Yeah, and I just read something interesting about being 42.
What's that?
I only have a 5% chance of getting knocked up. I like those odds, Dan.
Very good, very good. That makes life more fun, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, how has comedy changed your life?
I used to make money, and now I'm a comic. I used to think I was funny, and then I became a comic, a female comic. So now I know I'm not very funny at all.
No, you're very funny, and I want to ask you your bucket list. What is on you're still young, but what's on your bucket list? What do you want to accomplish?
I want to sleep with George Clooney. That's on my bucket list.
He has a girlfriend, doesn't he?
I know, but he's aging. I think I'm gonna get into his demographic really soon.
I think he likes threesomes, though. We can Facebook him.
Really? So, yeah. Have you been in a threesome?
No.
George Clooney? You want to talk about it, Dan?
No, he's too political.
Were you in that Robin costume?
No.
That was you?
That was a bad movie, wasn't it? That was a terrible movie.
I loved it.
Now, do you live in the country?
I live in the country.
Tell me a little more about that. So there has to be some comedy there somewhere.
It's very much comedy. I have goats that just run around pooping everywhere. There's poop everywhere.
In the house?
No. She will try to come in the house, but they're outside.
Yeah.
Poop everywhere. You can run around naked, no neighbors. It's great. My kids have grown up thinking it's completely acceptable to be in their underpants 24/7.
Oh,
it's great. Yeah, no.
And
they're organic children, 100% organic, free-range children.
Free range, okay. Yeah. Now, since you're in Atlanta, we'll ask you one of the last questions. What do you think about Atlanta?
What do I think? I love Atlanta, although I think that Atlanta kind of has an ego problem, Dan.
What's that?
I think Atlanta thinks it's better than the rest of the South.
You better leave town really fast.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to change your tourism slogan. What is it now? Atlanta, we're better than the rest of the South? Is that what it is? Do you guys have that TV show, The Walking Dead?
Yeah, we are better than the rest of the South. That's true.
What's that other show you have? It's a lot like The Walking
Dragon,
Dead.
The vampire
Real
show.
Housewives of Atlanta.
That's
the
right.
one I was thinking of.
We have that too. We
Just
have
like
that
The
too.
Walking Dead.
We have that too. Well, Christine, it's been lovely having you.
Thank you, Dan.
Come again. And you're going to come back again, and you need to come back to Atlanta very, very often. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any wisdom you want to say?
Any wisdom?
Any wisdom?
Say? No.
That was wise.
Don't do meth.
That's wise too. Anyway, let's take it to a commercial. Hal, thank you so much,
You're
Christine.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Children have been asking us to make dolls with real growing hair for years now. The only problem is the current technology doesn't allow for that, so we've turned to the next best thing. A voodoo witch doctor named Captain Oogie who can transfer human souls into plastic dolls to give them lifelike characteristics. You can even modify the amount of humanity within the doll using our patented soul knob. Just be aware that these are technically human children and should not be subjected to normal doll treatment for ethical